Potential renters, you're going to want to take notice. A new law now requires landlords in Westchester to disclose the flooding history on a property before closing a deal.
Yeah, and News 12's Jonathan Gordon has been tracking this in Yonkers tonight. That's where he joins us. And Jonathan, how does this new law work?
Well, it will require that landlords disclose certain information, like was there a flood on the property in the last 10 years? How bad was the damage? How high did the water get? And were there any attempts to remediate some of those problems before that deal is closed? Hope Share experienced the dangers of flooding firsthand during Hurricane Ida. She says her apartment has been in the family for decades, but she does not believe they ever considered if the location was a flood risk.
I don't know if they knew.
But a new Westchester law makes sure they all know now.
It would probably be a good idea, like especially if someone, they don't know the area, so they don't already know more likely where it tends to flood.
Landlords are required to notify potential residential and commercial tenants of a property's flood history. Supporters of the change say it will help people make more informed decisions. Howie Ravikoff, the vice president of the Ravikoff Property Management Company, says there's good intent behind the law, but adds it's just another obstacle for property owners to navigate. Following the New York Housing Stability and Tenant Protection Act, pandemic rent freezes, and eviction moratorium.
It's yet another burden on the small property owner.
He suggests potential renters should be responsible for doing their own research.
It's great for a potential renter to be aware that there's a danger in an apartment, but I don't happen to think this is the right way of going about it.
The law officially took effect on Monday. And unfortunately for all of those who currently rent in Westchester, this new law only affects leases that were signed starting today. Nikita?
So, Jonathan, what happens if a landlord does not disclose a property's flood history then?
So this now allows the tenants to sue the landlord for property damage related to flooding if that form is not included when the original lease is signed. In Yonkers, Jonathan Gordon, News 12.